Man, oh man, sometimes anime just has these moments that, like, perfectly resonate with you IRL because nerd culture is so distinct that even across borders, like, Japanese nerd culture is in a lot of ways the same as American nerd culture, despite the very specific differences. We like a lot of the same stuff, and we have a lot of the same attitudes. Like, I'm watching this show, Tsurezure Children, right now, and this guy, the glasses guy, I don't know what it is with glasses characters in anime who always end up being the incel characters. Like, they always have a shaved head and then round sunglasses. But this guy, so this character over here, he was seeking to hide his relationship, or I guess not relationship, with this girl, because the round glasses guy is his only friend, and they kind of take pride on the fact that, you know, this is my only friend. We have this sense of kinship that's different and better than all of the other friendships. And immediately, I started identifying this round glasses character with my friend Yoshika Miyako, because that dude is friends with like 4 people, and then he just has like 10 people in his Discord server, and that's like the only place he stays. But what was hilarious about this scene is that this character over here, the kind of dopey, green-haired guy, was like desperately trying to keep this a secret, that he was going to go meet this girl whom he wasn't even in a relationship with. They're just seeing one another. And this character, like, before he had ended up telling him this, he was just ranting on and on about how much he hates women and how women are like foul creatures who, you know, birth human beings and all this stuff. Like he's just going on and on and on and just ranting and raving about his hatred of women, and it's fucking hilarious. And this character over here, he's saying that he's going to go see a middle school friend, and the middle school friend had just like phoned him up randomly, and that was the reason why he was going. And so the glasses character, the incel, gives this another big rant saying, like, you know, you're such a good friend and all this other stuff, but, you know, if you wish to see somebody else, then I get it, and good luck and all this other stuff. And then, like, the green guy just, like, breaks down and is like, you're such a good man, I can't lie to you, you're too good of a friend of mine, I was lying this entire time. And so the incel character basically says, okay, I'm not going to pry any further if you want to keep it that much of a secret. You're such a great friend for telling me. And then the green guy goes, haha, well, it's actually a woman, you see. And then, like, the incel character, like, freaks out, like he's like becomes this giant superhero villain. And it's like, he punches him in the face with this gigantic Sakuga punch. Let me see if I can find the clip. It's pretty epic. He just punches him in the face, and, like, immediately after he punches him in the face, he's like, I implore you to choose her. And it's like, this, like, push and pull between, like, it warrants no mention that I despise women. This push and pull of him, like, hating women adamantly and then caring about his friend because they have this eternal bond between one another from being otaku who are socially awkward, that, like, even though he hates women that much, he's telling his friend, you're my friend, and I care about you enough to be able to let go of that anguish and that anger in the pursuit of you know, of your happiness, you know, that we're comrades in arms, we're both nerdy otaku. And so because of that, I'm going to kind of give up this prejudice when it comes to you specifically, even though he is, like, obviously mad right there. And it's that contradiction, that sense that, like, both of you can insult one another about these disagreements, but at the end of the day, you have each other's backs. That at the end of the day, there aren't very many friends for you in the world except these very few. And because of that, you guys are even closer because of it. And, like, I was simultaneously just laughing like hell at this scene because it's really funny. Like, it's really, really funny to see him trying to hide this fact, and then the moment that he says it, he gets punched in the face. But also, like, I could see my own friendship in these two characters, where I am kind of like the isolated otaku guy who, you know, may have some disagreements every now and again, where it's like, you know, how dare you have these opinions on women or something, and then Yoshika Miyako is kind of like the angry incel guy. But even though we have our disagreements, it's like our friendship is even stronger because of it, you know, because as otaku, there's just too many normal fags in the world, and so the people, you know, the people who aren't normal fags have to stick together with one another and all that. This show's really fun. I really, really like this Tsurezure children's show. It's for moments like this, like seeing the otaku characters, and then just having like these fun little interactions of characters butting heads with one another, because they have these little bitty dynamics. Like, it's dynamics like this that I love seeing explored in anime, of like otaku characters who have really strong bonds but have really peculiar interests, or like have really peculiar behaviors, eccentricities, and this kind of thing. Like, people online, they always say incels are evil, you know, never trust incels, incels are like terrible, bitter people. And on the surface it can seem that way, but that's just because they've been alienated by the world. When you actually talk to incels, it doesn't matter how much you disagree with them. You know, they can be some of the best friends you'll ever have because they understand what it is to struggle in the world. You know, they understand what it is to have really peculiar interests. And it doesn't matter how much you disagree. If you're friends, if you have a bond, your friendship is stronger because of those disagreements. And it's pretty cool. I think part of being an otaku isn't just the time that you spend alone, it's also the friends that you make on the way. And even though me, as someone who spends the majority of time in my room, and the majority of time not even talking to people online, like I don't even talk to people online very much, I can still nonetheless sit here and say that I've appreciated the people that I've spoken to as a result of anime, and the differences in them, you know? And it's like, it's really wholesome moments like this of characters just being wacky, that sometimes you can see a lot of truth in them, and it's good stuff.